be. You know, if you can get a good bred beagle now and bring him home and just take him hunting and keep him on rabbits, it'll just be there. You don't have to do much to it.
Right. What's your opinion, Dick, of a proven hound? What would that? If I asked you what a proven hound was, what would you say?
Well, a proven hound, I don't know. For me to say this dog is a proven hound, I about got to look at the dog. I mean, and see and watch him run. I know you read a lot about this dog does this and this dog does that, and most of it I know is true. But there's a lot of dogs that maybe don't need to be where they're at. You know what I'm trying to say. And I'm not trying to downgrade anybody, but
right.
I like just a kind of a true running hound, but if he's made, he's got to be able to go out and start his own rabbit. He's got to hunt. He can't hang around. He's got to run it himself. Circle the rabbit. He's got to stand the gun and the whole deal. I think is what I would call a proven hound.
Right.
That's kind of what you mean, Trent?
Yeah, that was a good answer. What percentage of the dogs in the sport today, Dick, would you say are the real deal? I mean the good ones. What percentage would you say is the real deal?
Well, I think the percentage would be pretty high on the dogs that actually have the chance, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A dog that really has a chance, well, I'd say the percentage would be pretty high. I would imagine that there's probably 70-80% of them make awful good dogs.
If the right handler's got them.
Right. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. If they got a chance, these dogs, the way they've got them bred, they're just really nice hounds. That has a lot to do with them, who's handling them.
I know you're older now, Dick, and don't run like you used to, but the question I'm going to ask you, what's a hound's training routine consist of back of when you was really big into starting and training dogs?
Well, just put plenty of time in on them was the main thing. You mean how did I start the dog?
Yeah, how much time would you spend a week with them dogs, Dick, when you was really working one?
When I was really working when I was really on it, I turned them loose at daylight 5 days a week, and they run for about 4 hours every day. And if I had to hunt on that weekend to take them to, I usually give them 2 days rest, depending on the dog. Some dogs needed 3-4 days, but most dogs, 2 days rest was plenty.
Right.
The week they were going to the hunt, but other than that, they run about 3 to 4 hours every day, for at least 4 to 5 days a week, and they'd get a couple of days rest. I think you got to keep them out there, and they got to have them in shape. You know, a dog, if he's not in shape, it doesn't matter how good he is. You got to keep him in shape, and he can cover up a lot of things by being in shape.
Right. Well, Dick, I'm going to ask you one more question. You told me what the best dog was you ever seen. What was the worst one?
Oh, my. Well, I guess the worst dog I ever seen was a dog that I had one time that he would circle a rabbit. You would swear he had a rabbit. He'd make loses. He'd have breakdowns. He'd get the checks and the whole deal. But there didn't have to be a rabbit ahead of him. He could do it all. He'd circle that darn thing.
Make it look right.
He'd make it look right now. worst dog I ever seen, and I own one of them like that.
I'm gonna end it right here, Dick. Who was the best beagler? Like somebody that you would look up to. Who would be the guy that stuck out in your mind that you could count on when you went to a trial? He always had one you had to beat.
Oh my. Well, Mac Lomsky always had a good dog. He was always one you had to beat. There were several of those guys. Let's see, I'm trying to think of some of the other names. Well, of course, I never went to that many trials with you, but you just certain guys, they just had a good hound. They didn't come if they didn't have a good hound. And they just, when you seen them, you knew they're leading a pretty good dog.
Right. Who's your best buddy through the Beagles? Don or Dick?
Don Fagan.
Don Fagan. Don Fagan. Yep. What dog did he own that you remember the best?
The dog I remember was the last female that he had, and he called her Sue. And about everybody remembered her. She was a nice dog.
I can't think of. I remember her, but I can't think of what her whole name was.
Let's see. Yeah.
Was she a turbo bred dog?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she was. What in the world?
I can't think of it either. But I remember the dog.
I could look that up, Trent, but I just can't tell you. She was a turbo bred. She went back to those dogs that we had because he had gotten her from me when she was 6 months old. The first time that I ever took that female hunting away, she was just 6 months old. I had her in a pen. I took her down there, and I couldn't catch her. I turned her loose in the wild. I mean, she just run. She ran for 9 hours, and I finally come and got Don and got him to go down there with me, and we finally got her caught. She was in a lot of rabbits.
Her name
had to have her.
Her name wasn't Show Me Sue, was it? Powell, Show Me Sue?
I guess it might have been.
I can't remember. Well, Dick, I'm going to ask you one more question now that I've got you on that. What, you used to start a lot of litter of pups. What was the best litter you ever started?
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know. Was those pups I got from you, was that a litter of pups, Trent?
Well, the Jet Dog and Rambler were brothers,
yeah,
but Stone was a half-brother.
I'll tell you what, I was thinking they were all three litter mates, but I'll tell you, they started quick, and in 2 days, they was running like old dogs in there. I can remember that.
Yeah.
I'd say they was probably about the easiest dogs I ever started. See?
Well, we sure done good with them. After you started them, they made a name for themselves, but I give Dick Powell a lot of credit for that.
They was awful nice dogs. They two popped in my mind, and it's not because I'm talking to you either, because that's just my mind.
I know you started Showboat and Dreamboat. One of them dogs was named Moody Blue, and then Reinhardt had one named Sugar. John Rowe had one named Legs, and I think
that was a nice. Those pups, Dreamboat and Showboat. This is hard to believe, probably, but when they were 4 months old, I started pups with them in the wild. They were just natural for a start. I never seen anything like it. I can remember old Showboat one time. He was about 4 months old, maybe 5. Turned him loose in the cornfield, and He went over across, had a couple pups. He was straight. Had a couple pups with him, and he went over there and he run. He got hot. He come back in. He laid down beside me, and how pup will do, and she pull on a stick, this and that. Kind of scolded him. I said, "Showboat, you get out there now and find another rabbit." He just kind of got up like he was insulted. Across the corn he went. It wasn't long. He'd run another rabbit. He was just little guys.
Yeah.
That's when Matt bought that dreamboat dog. He come down here and them pups. He said, he kind of talked about them. He said, them pups started yet? Oh, yeah, they're running rabbits. Oh, yeah. Well, I just seen one across the lane down there, and they come in. I said, well, we'll take them down. I took them down there. They circled in that cornfield every time. That's something I had fire right there.
You kind of raised Matt, didn't you?
That's what everybody always said.
Yeah.
Oh, have you talked to Matt lately?
No, I have.
Maybe you're still on a record, are you? Maybe you'd rather I didn't.
No, but I'm gonna end it right there, Dick. I'm gonna push stop. I was gonna thank you for letting me ask you all them questions, though, and you done a good job answering them.
I'm not sure I did, but anyway.
Anyway, I'm gonna shut it off right here, Dick.
Okay.
Thanks.